there, unicorns! So today's video is going to be mostly unedited because the homework load has been getting pretty heavy, even for the university professors. So during a little break between homework and rehearsal, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube and talk to you about one thing I miss about the 90s/early 2000s. Cartoons. You can see it's all mixed up. I'm going to get started on it. So I started watching TV about, when I was 5, 6. Mainly because of a personal reason, but you don't need to get into that. So, I watched a lot of TV, and I really liked the cartoons back then, like Rocko's Modern Life and Ren and Stimpy. Let's see, what else was there? There was, Real Monsters, that was a good one. Rugrats, Doug, great stuff. And, those were the cartoons that I grew up with. And, as I got older, the cartoons kept getting better, and I started moving away from Nickelodeon more towards Cartoon Network, with shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo. Just great cartoons. They were really funny. As I got older, the cartoons that I watched started to get a little bit more, I grew with the age demographic and started watching things like Toonami, which sort of spawned my love of anime. And I watched things like Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and, I think Powerpuff Girls was on Toonami for a while, which is weird, but, can't really complain about Lauren Faust. It must be a family thing. She must have, sold her soul to make awesome TV shows. But anyway, as cartoons started getting more and more, geared towards ADD children, the jokes started getting so random that, sometimes you just couldn't follow them, and there was no really arcing storyline, and it just felt a little weird to me. Like, when I first saw Adventure Time, I didn't get it. And I feel like you shouldn't have to try and understand a cartoon. It should just be, it's Ren and Stimpy or Rugrats or whatever. Oh, and it is my firm belief, and I know a couple people who will agree with me on this, the last great cartoon, I believe, on Nickelodeon was Invader Zim. And everything after Invader Zim just started to feel wrong. I got stuck. But on Cartoon Network, it took a while. Cartoon Fridays still went until shows like Adventure Time started showing up. This is taking a little longer than I thought. And let me not leave out, there were also some great live-action shows. Like, if anybody ever watched The Adventures of Pete and Pete, or Clarissa Explained It All, on Nickelodeon, those were great shows. And you don't see any more good live-action shows, in my opinion. Let's see, how do I do this? It's, yeah. In my opinion, the last good live-action show to be on Nickelodeon, because that's the only one which I will accept as being able to do live-action shows, because Cartoon Network is Cartoon Network, and it should not have live-action shows because it should be cartoons. But the last good one of those was Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I, in fact, still watch that and still find it hilarious. So let's see, we've got the corners now. But now I look at cartoons, even SpongeBob, which is still going, has just gotten to a place where it's not the SpongeBob I used to know, And here I've gotten wind that they're going to be making a live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie, which to me is just blasphemous, because Timmy Turner should not be a teenager played by, yeah, you guessed it, Drake Bell, their wonderful little star who won't give up his stardom. And he's not even really that great of a guitar player. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I just wish I could go back to the days of the good old cartoons. Here you go. Solved it. It was good having that heart-to-heart with you, university students. Oh, sorry, unicorns. In your comments, I want you to leave your favorite childhood show. And I don't care if you're not from the generation that watched, the shows that I just talked about. If you bring up Fraggle Rock, that's awesome. That show was great too. So leave your favorite children's TV show that you watched as a child in the comments. I will see you guys next week. University, out.